Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Moxie, and today I have a pretty chill commentary. And for those of you who don't know who I am, it's Moxie, and the other person you've been hearing so far is Icy, and we share the channel together, and we'll both be posting commentaries, things like that. So, for my topic today, e- earlier I was on Yahoo, and I was looking at a video about a pit bull who saved its owner's life. For those of you who haven't heard the story, it went like this. A woman, more specifically an alcoholic woman, was on a walk with her pit bull, and she just happened to be intoxicated. And this woman, she was walking down the street, she was drunk and not in a good state, and she was walking her pit bull. While on the way home, she fell down unconscious, and so she was passed out. She couldn't move. Her pit bull was right next to her, was trying to get her to get up, and the pit bull didn't run off actually, and it just happened to be perfectly on a set of train tracks. Like, what are the chances that she just happened to be walking over a set of train tracks when she fell down? Which that really surprised me. But anyways, a train. For those of you who can't already see what happened, a train actually came at a horrible time. She was laying down on the track, and somehow through a mix of pushing, prodding, you name it, her pit bull was able to get her off the tracks before the train came. However, unfortunately, the pit bull, was not able to get off the tracks in time, and it was hit by the train. I don't know how hard it was hit or in what way it was hit. Thankfully, the dog is alive. It's in emergency care. It's in critical condition. It's mortally wounded. It's missing, I believe it's either one or both of its front legs. It's in just a horrible condition. And but doctors are actually predicting a full recovery. They expect it to live, which is, it's so awesome that this dog is actually living, and after doing such a great thing, saving a human. And that really brings me to my topic for today, which is animal heroes. And there was a website that I found earlier today called Live Listserv, and I'm sure many of you have heard of it. And I'm sorry, Listverse, and I'm sure many of you have heard of it. And it's just a website that has all these top 10 lists, and the one I found today was the top 10 cases of animals saving humans. And I was really intrigued by the story I told you earlier about the pit bull who saved the woman, and it intrigued me and made me want to find other more stories about this kind of thing. And I'll link the video as well as this website in the description so you guys can go see it. But basically, there's 10 of these stories on here, and they're all explaining a different situation where some type of animal has saved a human. It's so incredible to know what these kinds of animals can do, even though they're normally thought of as inferior in knowledge or in intelligence as humans. But it's just so crazy what they can actually do to protect humans. And one of them, all the animals range from cats, dolphins, dogs, cattle, all types of different animals, gorillas, and these are just really interesting stories. I'm not gonna explain them all because I just don't have that kind of time for this video. The video's not that short, and so I'll only be touching on a few. And the number one story, I'd like to touch on that one just because I think it's by far the most awe-inspiring and or awe-instilling, and it's about a dog named Trio, who is an army dog who assists the army in going around war fields such as Iraq and Afghanistan. And this story of Trio was actually took place in Afghanistan, where there was a large field of bombs set up by Afghani citizens, or not citizens, but militia. I'm sorry, and the dog did what it was trained to do, and it sniffed out a total of, I want to say, 8 different bombs, and was able to find them. The army was able to disable them, and countless. I can't even explain how many lives were saved by this event. It was just so amazing to see what animals can do for humans. And this story really is awe-instilling for me because I know quite a few people. I have a lot of family members who are in the army, and they tell me stories about what it's like to be in the army. And one of them serves in Afghanistan, and it's crazy to think about how many bombs, how dangerous it is to be over there, and what this dog has done for humans. And just to, I know you probably will say it's, well, it was trained for that. It wouldn't have done that originally, but you know, it shows intelligent animals are so much more intelligent than we give them credit for. Animals would do so much more than humans would. Do I know any humans that would go and check a bomb field? Yes, there's the bomb squad that every city has, and there's those, and those are very definitely heroes in my mind. But what I'm talking about is the people who go. These dogs go, and though that dog could have easily been blown up, and although it probably didn't know what it was sniffing out, it's such an amazing event. And I think dogs, or any animal that does such a heroic thing, should be given so much more credit than they're given. And that's why I did this commentary today, is really put it out there that humans, or that animals, are such amazing creatures. And it really shows you, especially with the case of Trio the dog and the pit bull who saved that woman's life. It really shows you why dogs are man's best friend. Peace.